Hi, Jared Hoyman with VisibleTour.com and welcome to my awesome office. I wanted to make this video today and tell you that I pre-ordered the R5 the day it was available to pre-order. And then within 24 hours, I totally got buyer's remorse and just canceled it because I freaked out. I was that guy. I absolutely freaked out and did not want to buy the R5. And the reason I didn't want to buy it because I could justify paying the money, but after taxes, it was like $4,200 for the body. And it is a way overkill of what I need. So then I went back and the next day I pre-ordered the R6, which does exactly what this does. And this is the GH5. I have had this awesome camera. I mean, I love this camera. I have had this camera for 3 years now. I use it daily. My main camera is the EOS R, which is actually filming me right now in 4K on the 14 millimeter Samyang. I had to think about if it was Rokinon or Samyang, but the Samyang 2.8 autofocus. How's that looking? I still use this. It is cropped in at 1.74, and all these other numbers after that. So it is 4K crop on the EOS R, which the R5 and the R6 has no or very, very little crop. So you're pretty much getting the full sensor of the full frame sensor when doing 4K video, which is another exciting thing. The nice thing about this camera, and the reason I bought this camera 3 years ago, was the in-body image stabilization and 60 frames per second, because I will shoot at 60 and then I will output at 30. I will slow things down all at half speed, and it looks really smooth and awesome. And now the R6 does exactly that. It does 60 frames per second. I can slow it down to 30. It does full frame. I can use the lens I have on here, which is the 14 millimeter, which is gonna be even wider than the 7.5, which equivalent on a full frame would be 15. So instead of 15 millimeter, it's gonna be 14, even wider. Image stabilization, and it just hits all the needs. And dual card slot. Now I cannot record video on the dual card slot and do the dualies, but I can do one of them. The main thing that I use right now, because the EOS R only does one single card slot for photos, I use this. It is it's called the My Passport Wireless SSD. So it is I think it is 256 gigabytes. I believe it's 256. I use this daily, so it has an SD card slot right there. What you do is you take your SD card, put it in there, and it will back up automatically on there. And then I take it out and I put it back into my camera, and then I end up shooting for the rest of the day. And then usually once a month I take it and I just swipe this thing and make it clean, and then I start all over. And then I only usually have to charge this up once a week. So once a week I have to charge it. After every shoot, I do about 5 shoots a day. I will put it in. It takes about 2 minutes to back up, and then I put it in back into my camera. Now, I don't have to do that with the R6. I just have it backing up my photos all the time with the dual card slot. I can't do that with video, but that's no big deal because I can't do that with my Mavic 2 Pro as well. I have to just hope that the card does not fail me. And so I have been working like that professionally for many years, and I am in over 1,000 houses a year. So you can do the math. That is a lot of shooting I do. Each with bracketing, that's about 800-900 photos a day that I am shooting. And there's a lot of room for error. So the R6 gets me really excited. The R5 was gonna be an overkill. I'm not gonna shoot 8K, I'm not gonna do 4K 120, which sounds great, but knowing the limitations, that's some issues. So my concern was this. last week, you know, we're getting to the release date. Look, I'm gonna mute my phone for you guys so nobody can disrupt our conversation we're having right now. So the R6 is showing that it is back ordered. There's all these issues that people are not going to get it on time. And the R5 had the same thing. You're looking at people that never even received their R5 and they ordered it the day they were able to order, which was like a month and a half ago. So when that happened, I canceled my R5 within 24 hours of pre-ordering it. And then I ordered the R6. So it was July 11th when I pre-ordered the R6. And then I'm thinking, oh man, I'm not gonna get this thing. And Amazon totally came through and sent me a little email today telling me that it is coming in next Wednesday. They're shipping it on Monday, it's coming Wednesday. I just got brand new SD cards ordered as well. And I actually went with V60, the Lexar V60s, 256 gigabytes each, because the megabits per second is not that demanding for the 60 frames per second. I do the same thing on here. So V90 is not needed. Saved a little bit of money by doing the 256 instead of two 128s. And yeah, that's where I'm at. I will be getting this in. I'll do a little unboxing. I think it's gonna be perfect for real estate photography, and I will tell you why. Right now I'm going to keep my EOS R as a B camera for any kind of video that requires two cameras. I will be selling my GH5. It's not needed. The 20 megapixels that that the R6 has is way more than enough, and I'll tell you why. I actually use DNG converter at the end of the day and take all of my raw photos and I move them to 8 megapixels anyways, because I need to condense, and you're not going to notice the difference when you're uploading it for real estate. You don't need 20 megapixels, you don't need 30, you definitely don't need the 42, 43 megapixels of the R5, so that's an overkill. The exciting thing about having a smaller megapixel on the sensor is that low light performance is going to be amazing when I'm inside of homes, because there's a lot of homes where the lighting is just horrible, and so it's going to be less noisy. I will tell you, I shoot at about 800 ISO with the GH5, and you can still see a lot of noise at 800. 800 on the EOS R is not bad at all. There's a little bit of noise, it's not bad. 1600 is okay. 1600 on the EOS R is probably like 800 on the GH5. So, and the EOS R is like 32 megapixel sensor. So when I go down to 20, I'm expecting, you know, 32, 6400 ISO is probably going to be like the 800 on this. And we'll test that out. I'll let you know. But getting it down to 60 frames per second is going to be awesome on a full frame sensor. I'm really excited about that. And if you need the 120, I can always do HD, the 1080, and then I can just up convert it, and nobody on YouTube and Facebook and any other social media is going to know the difference. So that is a pro. So $2,500 or $2,700 after taxes for the R6 is totally worth it. And then I told my wife, look, we just saved a ton of money. I can buy some lenses now, more lenses. And you know, she rolled her eyes, but it will be good. It's exciting times. So I am going to be selling this. I don't know, I guess maybe eBay or locally. I'm going to try locally soon. And yeah, and I will let you know if the R6 has any kind of like overheating issues. If it does, that sucks, and I will still have my EOS R as a backup. And we'll see. I think after a couple of weeks of using it, I will know for sure like what its limitations are, how it's working and everything, and we'll go from there. If you have any questions, feel free to post them below. I could do an unboxing next week, and then give you kind of first thoughts after about a week of use. And yeah, I mean, I haven't bought a camera in 2 years. It was the EOS R was my last camera. The one before that was the GH5, and I just don't do it a whole lot, but they're tools, and I beat the crap out of them every day, because that is the purpose of a tool, right? To just bang on it, bang it out. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to Visible Tour. Yep, just do it. It's cool. Peace out.